Stop scrolling right now, my beloved child. Do not move past this moment as if it is ordinary, because this is not random, and you were not guided here by accident. I have been watching you reach for what keeps slipping, watching you refresh and check and compare, watching you wonder if you are invisible, watching you ask in your heart, when will someone finally notice? Listen carefully. I am speaking to you on purpose, at the exact moment you were about to sink back into the old cycle of trying harder. You do not have to chase the table I already prepared. You do not have to run after people to convince them that you are worthy to be included. What I have set aside for you will not require you to beg to be seen. Striving is not your assignment. Performing is not your calling. I did not place my hand on your life, so you could spend your days auditioning for rooms that keep moving the goalposts just to watch you scramble. I am not impressed by your exhaustion, and I am not asking for your anxiety as proof of your devotion. I am asking for your alignment. I see the tension you carry, the way you smile and act unbothered, but inside you feel overlooked. The way you give more, explain more, post more, try to be more, only to feel like it still is not enough. I see you replaying conversations, tightening your chest, wondering what you did wrong, questioning your value because someone else did not clap. Hear me. Their silence is not the measurement of your significance. Their delay is not the verdict on your future, and their inability to recognize you does not cancel what I have spoken over you. Stay with me until the end, because there is instruction coming that will protect you from returning to approval chasing the next time you feel unseen. If you leave too soon, you may run back to the very thing that has been draining you, proving, pleading, positioning yourself in front of people who were never assigned to hold your weight. Do not rush ahead of me, and do not try to force anything into place. Breathe. Let your shoulders loosen. Let your heart unclench. You are safe with me. Now understand this clearly. I am working behind the scenes in ways you cannot yet trace. While you were trying to be noticed, I was preparing the place. While you were questioning yourself, I was arranging the timing. While you were asking for a seat, I was setting a table that will feel like peace when you arrive. I am about to show you why the chase has been draining you, and I am about to lead you into a way of living where recognition comes through obedience, not performance, where your name is carried by favor, not by frantic effort. I see the secret weight you have been carrying, my beloved child. I see the smile you put on in public, and I see the moment the door closes and your face changes when no one is watching. I see the late-night tears you swallow quietly so you do not wake anyone. I see you lying in bed, staring at the ceiling, feeling that heaviness in your chest that you cannot explain to people who only know your strong version. I see you replaying conversations, sentence by sentence, wondering if you sounded too much, if you asked for too little, if you should have done more, if you should have been smaller, if you should have been louder, just to finally be noticed. And I see the pattern you have been trapped in. You over-explain because you think clarity will earn you safety. You overgive because you think generosity will purchase loyalty. You overproduce because you think excellence will force recognition. You do more, you carry more, you fix more, you prove more, you post more, you try harder, yet you still feel invisible. Hear me clearly. It is not because you are not gifted. It is not because you are not valuable. It is because you have been trying to earn what was always meant to be received. You have been working for acceptance like it is a wage, when I designed love to be a gift. I know how confusing it has been for you to watch others be chosen with less effort. I know how it feels to be the dependable one, the capable one, the consistent one, and still be treated like an option. I know the sting of being almost recognized, close enough to be used, close enough to be consulted, close enough to be present, but not honored, not covered, not celebrated. And you began to ask yourself the question that drains you the most. What is wrong with me? Listen carefully. Nothing is wrong with you. Your value was never supposed to be negotiated in the first place. You are not a product on a shelf waiting for someone to agree with your price. You are my beloved, and I named you before they ever formed an opinion. Your exhaustion is not weakness. It is evidence. It is proof that you have been carrying an assignment that was never yours, earning acceptance. You were never called to perform for belonging. You were never called to bleed privately so you could appear acceptable publicly. I did not design you to survive on applause, and I did not create you to collapse in secret because someone else withheld validation. Now let this settle in your spirit. The reason this has been happening is not punishment. It is not me abandoning you. It is not me overlooking you. It is protection and repositioning. I have been allowing the strain to expose what is not sustainable, because I am breaking the contract you made with approval. I am teaching your heart to come out of negotiation and into alignment. And very soon, you will see that what felt like being unseen was me shielding you until you could be seen without losing yourself. What looked like rejection was my protection from small rooms. My beloved child, I know it stung when they did not call you back. I know it tightened your throat when they praised everyone else and treated you like background. I know you watched the door close and you tried to make it mean you were not enough, but listen carefully. It was not because you lacked. It was not because you were unqualified. It was because that space could not hold what I am building in you. I will not allow your future to be reduced to their limitations. I will not let your name be negotiated in rooms where your purpose would be diluted just to keep them comfortable. There are places that feel like opportunity but are actually cages. There are tables that only celebrate you when you are useful, quiet, and controllable, when you make them look good, when you solve their problems, when you carry their weight, when you do not ask for honor, when you do not take up too much space, and you were trying to be easy to keep your seat. You were editing your voice, shrinking your gift, softening your conviction, because you thought belonging required permission. Hear me. I refuse to validate you through people who would later weaponize your access. I refuse to let them stamp your forehead with labels that do not match my calling. I refuse to attach you to covering that would mismanage you, contracts that would drain you, relationships that would delay you, and agreements that would cost you your peace. Yes, I was the one who blocked certain doors. Yes, I was the one who let them overlook you, not to embarrass you, but to spare you. Because if you had entered too early, you would have been celebrated for the wrong reason and punished for the right one. They would have applauded your output but resisted your growth. They would have used your loyalty but criticized your boundaries. They would have taken your gift as a resource and treated your heart as an inconvenience. And you would have called it favor while slowly bleeding. I was protecting you from wrong rooms that require you to betray yourself to stay. Do you see it now? The hidden mercy was that you were overlooked before you were entangled. You were excluded before you were obligated. You were passed over before you were bound to their expectations. I kept you from wrong covering, wrong contracts, wrong relationships, wrong definitions. I kept you from being trapped in a version of yourself that could survive there, but could never fully live. What felt like being unseen was me keeping your oil from being poured on the ground. Now I am shifting your focus. Stop staring at who did not recognize you. Stop rehearsing the moment you were dismissed. Lift your eyes, because I am not only removing you, I am relocating you. I am turning your attention from who didn't see you to who is about to find you. There will be rooms that feel like breath again. There will be doors that open without you begging. There will be people who do not need convincing, because when I send them, they will carry discernment, honor, and alignment. And when I place your name, you will not have to chase visibility. Visibility will come looking for you. Now listen carefully, my beloved child, because I am correcting you to release you. Stop performing. Stop adjusting your soul to fit the appetite of a room that cannot feed you. I know you call it being flexible. I know you call it being professional, but I see the deeper thing underneath it. You have been trying to secure your place by becoming editable. You keep changing your tone, your boundaries, your message, your pace, your personality because you learn to watch what they reward and then become that. And every time you do, a small part of your voice goes quiet. Every time you do, your spirit feels the strain of pretending. Your mouth says, "It's fine," but your soul knows it is not. Understand this clearly. It is not because excellence is wrong. I am the one who calls you to do what you do with integrity. I am the one who teaches you discipline, diligence, and skill. But striving for acceptance is not excellence. It is bondage wearing a polished face. It steals your peace and then calls it ambition. It distorts your identity and then calls it growth. It trains you to measure your worth by reactions, by numbers, by applause, by invitations, by comments, by who claps and who stays silent. And when you perform for approval, you trade your calling for applause, and your soul knows it. That is why you feel anxious when they do not respond. That is why you keep comparing yourself and replaying what you said. That is why you keep overthinking, overgiving, overproving, until you are exhausted and still afraid you have not done enough. I see the cost you have been paying, the tight chest, the racing mind, the people-pleasing that feels like kindness, but tastes like fear, the burnout that comes from carrying expectations I never assigned to you, the resentment you feel when you realize you have been pouring from an empty place, hoping someone would finally recognize the sacrifice. And I see the most painful cost of all, losing your own voice. You began to censor what I placed in you because you were trying to stay safe. But I did not anoint you to blend in. I did not form you to be managed by moods and opinions. I did not call you to live as a reflection of what others prefer. So here is my instruction, and it will protect you if you obey it. Do not rush ahead of me. Do not force doors that require you to shrink. Do not chase validation as if it is your provider. Return to obedience. Return to alignment. Ask me what I said, not what they liked. Move when I say move. Rest when I say rest. Speak when I say speak. And be silent when I say be still. Because what I open will not demand you perform to remain. What I prepared will not require you to audition every day to keep your seat. When it is mine, it will feel like peace, not panic. And now, my beloved, do not let this word pass over you as information. Let it become agreement. If you are ready to break the contract with approval, whisper it even now. Type it if you need to seal it. I choose alignment over applause. I choose obedience over approval. Stay with me, because the moment you agree, striving begins to loosen its grip, and the next instruction I give you will shift you from chasing visibility into being placed. Now, my beloved, do not just feel this, agree with me, because agreement is not a small thing in the spirit. Agreement is the door you walk through when you are tired of striving and ready to be led. So I want you to do something simple, but sacred. Like this video as a sign that you are choosing rest over chasing, alignment over anxiety, obedience over performance. Let that action be your yes in public, even if you have been bleeding in private. And I want you to place your words on record, because your mouth has the power to break cycles. Type this in the comments, and mean it as covenant, not as content. I will not chase approval. God will make me visible. Do not decorate it. Do not negotiate it. Declare it, because the moment you stop begging to be seen, you become free enough to be placed. And if you desire consistent confirmation in this season, if you are tired of drifting back into old patterns when you feel overlooked, subscribe and stay under the reminders that keep you aligned. Not because you need another voice to rescue you, but because I am training your ear to recognize my pace, my peace, and my timing. Now stay with me, because I am about to show you how visibility truly works. You have been taught to advertise yourself like you are trying to convince the world you matter. But I am about to teach you the higher way. Visibility follows obedience, not performance. Favor carries your name ahead of you when you are aligned with me. Now listen carefully, my beloved, because I am about to correct what you have been taught about being seen. Visibility is not noise. Visibility is not you exhausting yourself to stay in people's sightline. Visibility is not you posting, proving, performing, and positioning your life like a billboard just to feel chosen for a moment. That is human attention. And human attention is fickle. Today it claps, tomorrow it forgets. Today it shares, tomorrow it replaces. People notice trends, but I reveal assignments. People are drawn to what is loud, but I am drawn to what is aligned. When I make you visible, I do not require you to advertise your worth. I do not require you to beg for a seat. I do not require you to manipulate networks, to charm gatekeepers, to force introductions, to over-explain your calling until someone finally agrees. I can cause your name to be spoken in rooms you have never entered. I can place your work before eyes you cannot reach. I can stir remembrance in the mind of someone who forgot you and make them say, "Bring them to me," without you sending another message, without you chasing another reply, without you shrinking yourself to be palatable. Understand this clearly. There is a spiritual visibility that precedes physical arrival. There is a way I go ahead of you and set your name on the table before your feet ever touch the floor. There is a way I cause a decision maker to scroll and stop, to listen and lean in, to feel an unexplainable pull, and they will call it timing, but you will know it was favor. Not because you campaigned for it, but because I commanded it. Not because you performed for it, but because you aligned with me. And I am telling you plainly, my beloved child, I will place your name where striving could never take it. I will open doors you could not talk your way into. I will connect you to people you could not network your way toward. I will cause introductions that do not feel like begging, but like belonging. Because when it is mine, it will not feel like you are fighting to be noticed. It will feel like you are being found. So stop measuring your future by who overlooks you today. Stop interpreting silence as absence. I am still speaking. I am still moving. I am still arranging. But you must understand this if you want to keep your peace. I do not expose what I have not prepared. I do not lift what I have not strengthened. I do not make visible what would collapse under visibility. And that is why, to understand the way I am about to make you seen, you must also understand the unseen. Because the same favor that will carry your name ahead of you is the favor that has been training you in hidden places, healing you in quiet moments, building you where applause could not distract you. Stay with me, because what felt like being hidden was not punishment, it was preparation for visibility that will not destroy you. Now listen carefully, my beloved child, because this is where your mind has been misinterpreting my silence. Your hidden season was training. The quiet was not emptiness. The waiting was not punishment. The slow results were not proof that I forgot you. They were proof that I was building you where no one could interfere, where applause could not distract you, where pressure could not rush you into becoming a version of yourself that could be seen but could not be sustained. I know it felt like everyone else was moving while you were stuck. I know it felt like doors opened for them with ease while you were learning how to breathe through another not yet. I know it felt like your effort disappeared into the ground like seeds you could not see. But hear me, delay does not mean denial. It means timing. It means maturity. It means I am protecting you from premature exposure. Because there are things you asked me for that would have crushed you if I gave them to the version of you that still needed approval to feel safe. In that hidden place, I was strengthening your character so your calling would not collapse. I was sharpening your discernment so you would stop mistaking attention for assignment. I was building endurance so you would not quit when the novelty wears off. I was teaching you steadiness so your yes would not depend on how you feel, and your peace would not depend on who claps. I was teaching you humility that does not shrink, and confidence that does not perform. I was giving you boundaries that protect your oil, a voice that does not tremble when it is time to speak, and clarity that does not bargain with confusion just to be liked. And I was healing you, my beloved, deeper than you realize. I was pulling the hooks of old rejection out of your chest. I was loosening the need to be chosen by people who are unstable. I was breaking the addiction to proving. Because public doors require private wholeness. Visibility is weight, influence is weight, promotion is weight, and I will not place weight on a wound and call it blessing. The platform cannot become your identity. The opportunity cannot become your oxygen. The room cannot become your God. I am making sure that when you are seen, you will not disappear inside the opinions of others. So do not despise the hidden season. It was not me wasting you. It was me training you to carry what you prayed for without losing yourself in it. It was me teaching you how to be found without being owned, how to be honored without being intoxicated, how to be visible without becoming vain, how to be celebrated without becoming fragile. And now, as I bring you toward what I prepared, I need you to understand something that will keep you free. Some people could not celebrate you in that season, not because you were unworthy, but because what I was building in you threatened what they were comfortable keeping the same. And that is okay. Stay with me, because I am about to show you why their resistance was never a reflection of your value, it was a signal that your light was real. Listen carefully, my beloved child, because this is the part you have taken personally when it was never merely personal. They couldn't celebrate you because your light exposed their comfort. Your depth made shallow conversations feel empty. Your integrity made their shortcuts look obvious. Your sensitivity, yes, the very thing you have been told is too much, made you notice what others try to ignore. And when you walked into that room, you did not even have to announce yourself. The contrast spoke for you, not because you were trying to judge them, but because my spirit in you carries a standard, and it quietly disrupts what has been settling for less. You were not overlooked because you were lacking. You were resisted because you were different on purpose. Some people do not know what to do with what they cannot control, so they minimize it. Some people cannot honor what they cannot label, so they overlook it. They will call your purity naivety because it challenges their compromise. They will call your boundaries pride because it confronts their access. They will call your conviction too intense because it exposes how long they have been comfortable staying the same. And when they cannot manage you, they try to make you smaller so they can feel bigger again. I know you tried to be digestible. You edited your words. You softened your standards. You laughed at things that grieved your spirit. You made yourself easy to keep, hoping that if you became less, they would finally make room. But hear me and let it settle deep. You do not need to shrink to be included. You do not need to dim to be safe. You do not need to reduce the gift I gave you to fit the appetite of people who are committed to remaining unchanged. If you have to betray yourself to belong, that is not belonging. That is bondage. And I am not telling you to hate them. I am not telling you to curse them. I am telling you to be free. Forgive them, because you will not carry their limitation into your next season. Bless them, because bitterness will not be your companion where I am taking you. But do not return to the place I delivered you from, just to prove you are lovable. You can release them and still move forward. You can pray for them and still choose distance. You can have compassion and still have boundaries. I am teaching you holy separation, not hard-heartedness. Now, my beloved, lift your eyes, because I am about to become very practical with you. If you are going to stop chasing and start aligning, you will need instructions that keep you steady when the old urge to prove returns. Stay with me. Do not rush ahead of me. I am about to show you how to walk in alignment so that visibility comes as a result of obedience, not performance, and so your peace remains intact when I place you where you belong. Now listen carefully, my beloved child, because this is where alignment becomes simple and where striving loses its grip. I am not asking you to do louder. I am not asking you to do more to be noticed. I am asking you to obey with a cleaner heart, and I will give you 3 instructions not to burden you, but to free you. Release, refocus, and remain steady. First, release. Release the need to be understood by people who have already decided to misunderstand you. Release the urge to explain yourself until you are empty. Release the habit of proving your value to an audience that only claps when you bleed. Surrender the timeline you keep gripping like it is your safety. Surrender the audience you keep trying to impress like they are your provider. Hear me, you are not late. You are not behind. You are not forgotten. But you will exhaust yourself trying to control when and how I validate what I already called good. Let it go. The need to be seen is not your master. The fear of being overlooked is not your compass. Release it and breathe again. Second, refocus. Come back to what I told you, not what they reacted to. Come back to what I gifted you for, not what gets the fastest applause. Come back to the assignment that produces peace in you even when it is hard. Yes, you will still work. Yes, you will still grow, but you will no longer do it like a person auditioning for love. Ask yourself, what did I say when it was quiet? What did I put in your spirit before anyone had an opinion? Because I do not lead you by comments. I lead you by conviction. And when you refocus on me, your steps become lighter, your decisions become clearer, and your labor becomes worship instead of performance. Third, remain steady, not dramatic, not frantic. Steady. Be faithful in the small rooms. Be consistent in secret. Show up when nobody claps. Pray when it feels like nothing moved. Build when it looks like nobody noticed. Speak with integrity when cutting corners would be easier. This is where many people quit because they confuse silence with absence. But I am with you. I will never leave you, nor forsake you. And I am watching what you do when no one is watching, because that is the place where I fortify you for the place where everyone will. Now hear my warning, and let it protect you. Do not force alignment. Forcing creates counterfeits. Counterfeit relationships that feel like chemistry, but drain your spirit. Counterfeit contracts that look like opportunity, but steal your peace. Counterfeit doors that open quickly, because they require you to shrink to fit. If you have to violate your boundaries to keep it, it is not mine. If you have to twist your message to be accepted, it is not mine. If it makes you anxious, rushed, and unstable, it is not my pace. Do not rush ahead of me, and do not try to force anything into place. Because I am about to bring you to the table I prepared, and when it arrives, it will not feel like a chase. It will not feel like an audition. it will feel like peace. And I am going to describe it to you, so you will recognize it when you see it. Now listen, my beloved child, because what I prepared for you will not feel like an audition. It will not feel like you are walking into a room already apologizing for taking up space. It will not feel like you must earn your right to sit down by overworking, over-explaining, over-giving, and over-performing. When it is mine, you will not have to beg to be included. You will not have to chase someone who is too busy to honor you. You will not have to compromise your values just to keep access. You will not have to laugh at what wounds your spirit or shrink your boundaries to keep your seat. My doors do not require you to betray yourself to remain. Here is how you will recognize the table I prepared. It will come with clarity. Confusion will not be the price of admission. The expectations will be honest. The communication will be open. The pace will be ordered. There will be mutual honor where you are not only tolerated, but valued, not only used, but covered. There will be fair reward, not dangling promises that keep you striving, not vague someday language that keeps you quiet while others benefit. And you will feel healthy covering leadership that does not exploit your loyalty, relationships that do not punish your boundaries, environments that do not demand you bleed to prove you belong. When it is mine, the door will stay open without you chasing it every week. It will not be constantly threatened to control you. I am not bringing you into revolving doors and calling it favor. And I am changing the way you will be recognized. You will be seen for who you are, not only for what you can produce under pressure. You will not be celebrated only when you are convenient, only when you are silent, only when you are exhausted enough to be controllable. I will place you where your presence is not an interruption, but an answer. Where your voice is not something they manage, but something they respect. Where your no is not punished, and your yes is not exploited. But hear me clearly, and let discernment rise in you. Not every invitation is alignment. Some invitations are distractions, disguised as validation. They will call you needed because they want your gift, but they will not honor your person. They will offer you visibility, but it will come with compromise. They will offer you a seat, but it will cost you your peace. And because you have been overlooked, you will feel the pull to accept anything that finally looks like recognition. Do not do it. Do not confuse attention with assignment. Do not confuse urgency with my timing. If it requires you to violate what I taught you in secret, it is not the table I prepared. And yes, I see your fear. I see the way your stomach tightens when you imagine being visible again. The fear of failing in public. The fear of being rejected again after you let yourself hope. The fear of being seen and still not chosen. But listen to me. I am not bringing you to this table to humiliate you. I am bringing you to confirm you. I am not opening a door to test your worth. I am opening a door to reveal what I already established. Breathe, my beloved. You will recognize my placement by the peace that guards it. And as you step toward what I prepared, I will heal the part of you that still expects pain when good finally arrives. Yes, I see your fear, my beloved child. I see the way you flinch at the thought of being noticed again, because you remember what happened the last time you stepped forward. You remember how quickly applause turned into scrutiny. You remember how being chosen made you a target. You remember how visibility felt like exposure, and exposure felt like abandonment. And even now, part of you believes this. If you are seen, you will be criticized. If you are lifted, you will be attacked. If you are finally celebrated, they will leave again the moment you are no longer convenient. I see the memory behind the fear. I see the moment you were misunderstood and you had no defender. I see the season you were public enough to be judged, but not protected enough to be covered. But listen carefully, because I am not bringing you back into visibility the same way you were visible before. I am not exposing you to harm. I am establishing you with protection. I am restoring you with wisdom. I am surrounding you with boundaries. What I am about to do is not a repeat of your trauma. This is redemption. Not because people suddenly became perfect, but because I have strengthened you, and I have taught you what you did not know then. I have built structure in you. I have placed steadiness in you. I have healed the part of you that used to confuse attention with safety. I have trained your discernment so you will not call every voice authority, and you will not call every compliment covering. And I need you to let this settle in your spirit. I will never leave you, nor forsake you. Not when your name is whispered, not when your work is examined, not when the spotlight feels heavy, not when opinions rise like waves and you feel the old urge to retreat. You are not walking into that room alone. I go before you, and I stand with you, and I remain behind you as your rear guard. When you feel the pressure, you will not have to panic to survive it. You will return to me, and I will steady you again. Now hear my instruction, because this is how you will stay whole while being seen. Stop handing your heart to crowds. A crowd can watch you, but it cannot hold you. A crowd can clap, but it cannot cover you. Do not pour intimacy into strangers and then wonder why you feel empty. Keep your deepest thoughts close to me. Let your private tears be with me. Let your real questions be with me. And then share access only with the trustworthy, those who have proven honor. Those who do not feed on your vulnerability. Those who do not compete with your calling. Those who can celebrate without secretly resenting the light on your life. You are allowed to be visible and still be guarded. You are allowed to be known and still be protected. Boundaries are not fear. They are wisdom. They are the fence around the garden. So what I am growing in you is not trampled by careless feet. So breathe, my beloved. Visibility will not destroy you this time, because I am not placing you on a stage to break you. I am placing you where what I built can finally be recognized without you being consumed by it. I am making you visible after building what can carry the weight. And now, I hear the question you keep asking when the room goes quiet. How will you do it? How will you make me visible after years of being overlooked? Stay with me. Do not rush ahead of me, because I am about to answer you directly, and the way I do it will bring you peace. Now listen carefully, my beloved child, because I am going to answer you plainly. You keep thinking visibility will come the way you have been trying to manufacture it, through exhausting effort, constant reaching, constant explaining, constant proving. But I am telling you the truth. Your visibility will come through my placement, my speech, and my timing. Not through your anxiety, not through your overworking, not through your desperation to be remembered. First, divine placement. I am repositioning you geographically, relationally, professionally, spiritually, so what is meant for you can finally locate you. Some of you have been faithful, but you have been planted in soil that cannot support what I am growing, and you have called it loyalty, while your spirit has been calling it limitation. I am not moving you to punish you. I am moving you to align you. I will place you where your gift is understood without you translating it. I will place you where your pace is respected, where your boundaries are normal, where your value is not debated. And when you arrive, you will feel it. You will not have to announce yourself to be noticed, because the environment will be prepared to receive what I already placed inside you. Second, divine speech. I will speak your name in rooms you did not enter. I will cause recommendation to rise up without you asking for it. I will cause remembrance to awaken in people who have not thought about you in years. And suddenly they will say, "Where are they? Bring them back. Call them. We need them." I can put your work before eyes that have authority to open doors. I can stir a conversation that turns into an invitation. I can cause someone to advocate for you, not because you manipulated the connection, but because I moved on their heart. Favor does not need your panic to function. Favor moves when I command it. Third, divine timing. You are about to see acceleration that will not match the silence you came from. There will be moments where one yes unlocks another yes, where one meeting leads to another meeting, where one door opens and the next door is already waiting. But it will not be chaos. I do not bless you with confusion and call it promotion. My timing comes with sequence, order, peace. You will not have to sprint to keep up with what I am doing, because what I do will be sustained by grace, not by adrenaline. So hear me, and let this correct you. Stop the striving habits. Stop over-contacting people who have already shown you they do not honor you. Stop over-posting, out of fear that you will disappear. Stop over-explaining as if clarity will make someone choose you when their heart is already closed. Do not rush ahead of me. Do not try to force anything into place. Move with wisdom. Move with peace. Do what I told you to do, and then rest, because I can do in one day what your striving could not do in years. And now, my beloved, check in with me in this moment. Where have you been trying to make yourself visible? What room? What relationship? What industry? What circle? What platform? Where you have been pushing so hard that you are tired of your own effort. Stay with me. Do not scroll away from this instruction. If this is touching the exact place you have been striving, whisper, I release the chase, and let your spirit come back under my covering. Because I am not asking you to disappear, I am asking you to stop chasing. I am going to place you. I am going to speak for you. I am going to time it. And when it happens, you will know it was me, because it will feel like being found, not like fighting to be seen. Now, my beloved, I want you to do something simple, but powerful, because agreement unlocks what striving has been trying to force. I want you to name it. Do not hide it. Do not spiritualize it away. Do not pretend it does not hurt. Tell me where you have been overlooked. Was it at work, where you keep doing more and still they act like you are replaceable? Was it in your family, where you are the one who carries everyone and yet no one carries you? Was it in ministry, where you serve faithfully but you feel invisible unless you are useful? Was it in a relationship, where you keep proving and overgiving, hoping they will finally choose you fully? And as a sign of surrender and trust, write it yes, right now, so your heart stops holding it in isolation. Write one area where you have felt unseen, and then let your mouth come into alignment with my promise. Declare in the same breath, God is making me visible without striving, not because you are demanding attention, but because you are coming out of agreement with rejection. Not because you are trying to convince people, but because you are allowing me to rewrite the story in the exact place you felt erased. And if you know someone who has been exhausting themselves to be chosen, someone who keeps auditioning, keeps explaining, keeps shrinking, keeps chasing, send this to them. Let them hear me say what you are hearing. They do not have to beg to be seen. They do not have to perform for love. They do not have to hustle for a seat I have already prepared. Stay with me, because I am about to break the cycle at the root. I am not just changing your visibility, I am changing your identity. I am about to move you from audition to sonship, from proving to belonging, from fear of being overlooked to the quiet confidence of being mine. Now listen carefully, my beloved child, because this is the root I am healing. You have been living like love is a wage you earn, like belonging is a prize you win, like you must stay impressive to stay safe. And I am telling you plainly, you are not auditioning for me. You are mine, before the achievement, before the applause, before the productivity, before the flawless image. I did not adopt you because you performed well. I claimed you because I wanted you. You belong before you achieve. And if you miss this, you will keep turning every room into a stage and every relationship into a test you are terrified to fail. I see the old script you have been repeating, sometimes out loud, but mostly in your body. If I do more, they'll finally see me. If I stay useful, they'll keep me. If I overgive, they'll choose me. If I never need anything, I won't be rejected. And that script has made you tired, not because you are lazy, but because you have been carrying the burden of earning what I already gave you freely. Hear me. Alignment will do what performance never could. You do not have to chase visibility like a beggar. If you align, I will place you. If you obey, I will announce you. If you remain steady, I will establish you. And let me heal comparison in you, because it has been quietly poisoning your peace. You have watched others rise, others be celebrated, others be chosen, and you wondered if their favor meant your absence of favor. But I am telling you, their timing is not your verdict. Their open door is not your closed heaven. I do not run out of blessing. I do not forget my children because someone else is receiving. I am a father, not a talent scout. I do not love you on a curve. And I do not measure you against what you see on the surface of someone else's life. I have a path for you, and the pace of that path is mercy, not punishment. So, let your posture change right now. Walk in humility without erasing yourself. Walk in confidence without needing to prove you are confident. Walk in excellence without turning it into bondage. Excellence is worship when it flows from belonging. It becomes slavery when it flows from fear. I am not asking you to be careless. I am asking you to be free. Free enough to say no without guilt. Free enough to be unseen without panicking. Free enough to be seen without performing. Free enough to rest and still know you are valuable. Now stay with me, because identity must be protected by daily alignment, or you will drift back into the old hunger for approval. I am about to give you simple habits, holy rhythms that keep your heart anchored in sonship, so you do not return to auditioning when pressure comes. Keep listening. Do not rush ahead of me. Your next level will not be sustained by striving. It will be sustained by alignment. Now listen carefully, my beloved child, because I am not only bringing you into a new season, I am teaching you how to remain there without returning to the old strain. Many of you have received moments of favor, moments of recognition, moments where doors opened, and then you panicked and started striving again, because you thought what I gave you in peace must be maintained by pressure. But hear me, what I give in peace is kept in peace. Visibility is sustained by alignment, not by exhaustion. So I am giving you daily habits, small, holy rhythms that keep your heart clean, your mind quiet, and your steps ordered. First, a morning reset. Before you reach for your phone, before you reach for opinions, before you reach for proof that you matter, reach for me. Let your first words be surrender, not searching. Pray simply, Father, order my steps, remove my need to be validated, lead me to what is mine, and then breathe. Because when you begin the day submitted, you stop spending the day begging. When you start with alignment, you do not need to chase confirmation from people who cannot give it. Second, use discernment as a filter before you say yes. You have been saying yes to opportunities that look like doors, but feel like chains. So ask yourself, and be honest in my presence, does this require compromise to maintain? Does it require anxiety to sustain? Does it require self-betrayal to keep? If the price is your peace, it is too expensive. If you must twist your message to be accepted, it is not my assignment. If you must stay small to stay included, it is not my table. I do not lead you with pressure, I lead you with clarity. And I will give you wisdom when you ask, because I am not a God of confusion. Third, quiet consistency. Build what I told you, even when it is not applauded. Keep writing, keep studying, keep serving with a pure heart. Keep creating, keep showing up. The unseen work becomes the seen fruit. Do not despise the hidden place, because I do my deepest strengthening there. You keep thinking visibility begins when people notice you, but I am telling you, visibility begins when you obey me consistently. In time, what I planted in secret will speak in public without you forcing it. Fourth, practice boundaries without guilt. Stop explaining your calling to people committed to misunderstanding you. Stop putting your pearls on tables where they will only be judged. Some of you keep reopening wounds because you keep returning to the same audience for a different response. Release that. You do not need their permission to obey me. You do not need their agreement to be aligned. Let your yes be with me, and let your no be firm without a speech attached to it. I will defend what I authored. And here is your reassurance, my beloved. I go before you. I will never leave you, nor forsake you. I will make your path straight as you acknowledge me. You do not have to run ahead, and you do not have to fear being forgotten. When you walk with me daily, favor will find you without you hunting it. So stay with me, because your mouth is about to come into agreement with this new way of living. You are about to declare what your spirit has been learning. You will not chase, you will align, and I will handle the announcing. Now listen carefully, my beloved child, because what you feel shifting is real. That restlessness, that holy dissatisfaction, that sense that you cannot fit back into what used to feel normal. I am repositioning you, and I am not doing it to confuse you. I am doing it so what is meant for you can finally find you without you begging, without you campaigning, without you bleeding for a seat that was never yours. Understand this clearly. Blessings do not just fall randomly, they meet you where alignment is. And that is why I have been moving things, environments, networks, assignments, even the way you see yourself. Some doors did not recognize you because they only had language for the version of you that was willing to perform. But I am bringing you into rooms that will recognize the healed version of you, the steady version of you, the version of you that knows who they are without applause. I am shifting your surroundings so the right eyes see the right you. I am shifting your connections so the right conversations become keys. I am shifting your assignment so your work is not just noticed, but honored. And do not call it random because it feels sudden. The change in your desires is not random. The tightening in your spirit when you try to go back is not random. The way certain people suddenly feel heavy, the way certain opportunities no longer excite you, the way you are drawn toward quiet, toward clarity, toward wholeness, this is not you losing passion. This is you coming into alignment. I am relocating you internally, mindset, identity, boundaries, and I am relocating you externally. Access, opportunities, placement. Because if I elevate you without repositioning you, you would keep trying to maintain favor with the same old striving, and I refuse to let you relapse into bondage. So be patient with my timing. Do not rush ahead of me. Do not force what I am still arranging. Do not send the extra message out of fear. Do not take the shortcut out of panic. Timing is not only about arrival. Timing is about protection. I am spacing things out so you do not break under what you prayed for. I am sequencing this so you can receive it with peace, not with chaos. I am closing gaps you cannot see and building bridges you could not build with your own hands. And you will have confirmation. Expect it. Unexpected messages, invitations that feel clean, recommendations you did not ask for, a restored confidence that rises without you pretending, doors that open without you begging, without you explaining, without you shrinking. There will be moments where you realize, this is what it feels like when God goes ahead of me, and when it happens, you will not feel like you finally convinced them. You will feel like I finally placed you. Now let your mouth come into agreement, because I am about to seal this shift in you. Say it, my beloved, and mean it. I will not chase what is mine. I will not perform to be chosen. I will not rush ahead of God. I will align. I will obey. I will remain steady, and what is for me will find me, in peace, in order, and in perfect timing. Now speak, my beloved. Do not just think it. Do not just nod in silence. Let your mouth come into agreement with what I am doing, because your mouth can break the cycle your mind has been trapped in. This is not superstition. This is alignment. Life and death are in the power of the tongue, and I am teaching you to stop partnering with the fear that says, if I don't chase, I will be forgotten. You will not be forgotten. I have your name. I have your placement. I have your timing. So, say it out loud where you are, yes, even if your voice shakes. Say, I will not chase what God has already ordained. I release the addiction to approval. I release the hunger to be chosen by people who cannot carry my future. I release the need to explain myself to those committed to misunderstanding me. I release the urge to overwork, overpost, overgive, and overprove. I am not auditioning. I belong. Say it again, and let it go deeper. I renounce striving. I renounce panic-driven effort. I renounce the fear that makes me reach for what is not mine. I will not force doors. I will not manipulate connections. I will not beg for a seat at tables God never set for me. I will be still, I will obey, I will remain steady, and God will place me. Now declare this contrast, because it is the new way, not by begging, but by blessing, not by performance, but by presence, not by force, but by favor, not by anxiety, but by alignment, not by chasing visibility, but by walking with God until favor finds me. I am seen by heaven. I am guided by God. I am covered. I am kept. I am coming into the prepared place. And as you speak, I am laying peace over your mind. The racing thoughts are settling. The inner pressure is lifting. Clarity is rising where confusion used to live. You will know what to say yes to, and you will have the courage to say no without guilt. You will stop returning to the same room for a different outcome. You will stop reopening wounds just to feel noticed. I am giving you clean steps, simple obedience, quiet confidence, steady pace. Now stay with me, my beloved, because we are moving from declaration into prayer. I am about to seal what I have spoken over you, over the places you were overlooked, over the weariness you have carried, over the repositioning you have resisted, and over the new visibility I am releasing without striving. Father, in the name of Jesus, I bring my beloved to you right now, just as they are tired from proving, weary from performing, exhausted from carrying the invisible pressure of needing to be chosen. And I ask you, Father, touch the root. Heal the rejection wound that keeps reopening every time a message goes unanswered, every time an invitation goes to someone else, every time they feel unseen. Heal the people-pleasing that trained them to shrink, to over-explain, to overgive, to overwork just to feel safe. Remove the fear that whispers, if I don't chase, I will be forgotten. Father, let that lie break. Let their nervous system learn peace. Let their heart remember what heaven has already decided. Father, close every counterfeit door, every opportunity that looks like promotion but costs them their dignity, every room that demands compromise. Every relationship that requires them to betray themselves to stay included. Shut the doors that would eventually drain them, delay them, or reduce them. And open the prepared doors, the doors that come with order, with honor, with clarity, with clean yeses and clean nos. Open the doors that feel like peace, not audition. Establish them at the table. You prepared, where they do not have to beg to be seen, where they do not have to perform to be kept. Now, Father, release discernment into them, sharp, steady, and calm. Teach them to recognize pressure as a warning, not as guidance. Give them boundaries without guilt, courage without aggression, humility without self-erasure. Strengthen their obedience so they stop chasing what you never assigned and start building what you commanded. Let their steps be simple, their pace be steady, their spirit be quiet enough to hear you. And Father, I bless them with timely recognition. Let their name be remembered in the right rooms. Let their work be seen by the right eyes. Let recommendation rise without manipulation. Let invitations come that they did not have to beg for. Let favor speak for them when they are not in the conversation. Place them where their gift is understood, where their presence is honored, where their contribution is valued, where their calling is not debated. And my beloved, hear me as this prayer seals you. I am with you in the process. I will never leave you, nor forsake you. I am not only healing you, I am establishing you. I am not only restoring you, I am positioning you, and I will complete what I started in you. You will not lose your peace to gain your platform. You will not lose your wholeness to gain your visibility. I am making you visible in alignment, and it will feel like being found. Amen. Now, my beloved child, seal this word with your own agreement, because I am not only speaking over you, I am teaching you to stay aligned after the moment passes. So write this where you are, and let it be your final declaration. I am visible by God's favor, not my striving. Amen. Not someday, not when you feel brave enough, right now. Because you are coming out of partnership with panic, and you are stepping into partnership with my timing. And if you know someone who is exhausted from chasing rooms that will not honor them, someone who keeps auditioning for love, overworking for attention, shrinking to stay included, share this with them. Let this be confirmation delivered to the weary. Let this be a hand on their shoulder in the dark, because I am gathering my sons and my daughters back to the place of peace, and I will use your obedience to reach them. Now, like this, as a sign of agreement with the prayer you just received and the declaration you just spoke, and subscribe if you are making a decision. You will stay in my timing, you will refuse to chase approval again, and you will keep choosing alignment over anxiety. Go now in calm confidence. I am already preparing the table. I am already arranging the room. I am already placing your name where striving could never take it. Walk in peace, not pursuit. Your next door will not require you to beg. Amen.